Hey there, I am Movie Review Mom. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. My goal is to do movie reviews to help you understand the film quality and content before you decide if you're going to spend your time or your money or both watching a specific movie. So the movie I'm reviewing today is called Jules. This very gentle sci-fi comedy releases in theaters on August 11th. 2023. The film is rated PG-13, although it really should be rated R, but only because there were multiple F-bombs. For PG-13, you're allowed two, and I didn't count them all, but I'm pretty sure there were more than two. Anyway, the length of the movie is an hour and 27 minutes. My movie review mom grade is a B. I know, weird, right? That a film critic would give you the score before explaining anything, but I have faith that you're going to keep watching my review. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'm going to point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, interesting lines, and recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that you might also enjoy. All right, you ready to dive in? Let's go. In a nutshell, the story is about an alien who crash lands in the backyard of an old man's house in Pennsylvania. Two of his senior neighbors discover what happened, and together they try to help the alien return to his home before the government closes in on their new friend. Now, that might sound like E.T. It's not quite the same story, but it is just as endearing. The inventive film was directed by Mark Turteltaub, who also co-produced it with a team. The story was written by Gavin Steckler. So there were a lot of things I really liked about this film. Starters are that I've been a huge fan of Ben Kingsley for decades. He is such a chameleon of an actor. And for me, that's the true mark of a great actor. Some actors basically play the same character in every movie, right? You could probably think of a few actors like that. But Ben Kingsley completely disappears in every role that he takes on. And I really admire that. So the rest of the talented cast includes Harriet Sansom Harris, Zoe Winters, and SNL favorite Jane Curtin. The alien was played by Jade Kwan. They all do a fantastic job. The musical score is just lovely and gently moves you from scene to scene. The characters are quirky and immediately endearing. The director stated in an interview that this story met his two criteria that determined whether or not he would make a particular film. They are one, that the story needs to be about something meaningful enough that the viewer will continue to reflect on it after watching it, and also apply it to their own life and how they can use that content to improve their own life. And then the second criterion is, does the story offer a unique approach to the telling of that message? And so he said this movie definitely met both requirements. The first time that he read through it, he was like, yep, let's do it. And he was sold. The movie was shot in only 35 days, but the production was delayed for quite a long time due to the pandemic. And that's a story that we've been hearing ever since the pandemic, isn't it? Fun fact, Jade Kwan didn't reveal her portrayal of the alien until she was in full makeup and costume. Needless to say, all of the actors and the crew were shocked and surprised and delighted. She's really great. And the whole time I kept thinking, is this a little child? Is it a boy? Is it a girl? It is definitely neutral. And I kept thinking, is it special effects? But no, it's her. And she does a really great job. Now, there were a few things that I didn't like or just thought could have been done better or differently. For example, it is very slow moving. Some people might be bored and just ready to be moving on after the first few minutes, but keep watching because it's very sweet, especially at the very, very end. Some viewers might be expecting more, whether that's more sci-fi, more aliens, more plot, or more humor. Everything is very subtle. What makes the movie, I think, especially touching is that it takes its time to say what it wants to say, and it does it in a very unique way. So let me give you some tips for parents. I think there will be some kids who are bored, waiting for the alien, waiting for something to happen. There is some talk of lesbians. There are multiple F bombs, as I mentioned. Talk of a man's head exploding. Although we don't see that, one thing we do see is a thief struggling with an older woman as he's trying to steal her jewelry out of her jewelry box. Other than that, there's not a bunch of violence or anything like that, or destruction even. Well, the old man's garden is destroyed when the spaceship lands in his azaleas, and he's quite upset about that. So some of the themes that are illustrated very well and beautifully and in a unique way are aging and dementia, life, finding ones to love and be loved by, wonder, purpose in old age, loneliness, and friendship. So whenever I watch movies, I take notes and I write down the funny lines and interesting lines, and I have them all in my written review at moviereviewmom.com. I'll share one of them with you right now. So Jane Curtin plays a character whose name is Joyce, and this alien does something very bizarre, and she tells her friends, "I'm telling you, I get this guy. I get this guy more than you." And each one of them feels a very special connection, and each one of them comment on how understanding and compassionate this alien's eyes are. And you'll feel that too. And I don't want to give you any spoilers, but it's very sweet to watch the relationship build among these characters. So as I was watching this, I was immediately thinking about some other films that are sort of similar. Of course, the first one I thought of is E.T., the extra-terrestrial, back from 1982. Can you believe that my husband has never seen that movie? And in fact, he now refuses to watch the movie. He kind of uses that as a bold claim in his life that he's never seen it. I don't know why. And then another odd movie with a similar sweet, touching, quirky relationship is Brian and Charles. And I recently reviewed that. Actually, I can't remember if that was this year or last year. Time is flying by. And then another one, an older one, is called Robot and Frank. And so if you like those quirky kind of movies, I think you'll definitely appreciate this one. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching and spending a few minutes with me. When you get a minute, run over to Instagram and join me over there. I have two pages. One is Movie Review Mom, and then the one that I'm more active on is Trina Boice, which is my author name. And so you can learn about my books, my movie reviews, my products, online courses, all kinds of nonsense. All right, have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next movie or movie review. Bye for now.